the gladiator emperor who never lost a battle. Rome was not conquered in a single day. It rotted, it fractured, it bled from 1,000 wounds. The year was 270 AD. The empire that once ruled the known world was no longer united. It was split in three. To the west, the Gallic Empire had broken away. To the east, the wealthy lands of Palmyra defied Roman authority. Barbarian tribes poured across the borders. Plague stalked the cities. Legions declared their own generals emperor. Rome was not dying quietly. It was tearing itself apart. And then, a soldier stepped forward. Aurelian, Lucius Domitius Aurelianus. Born to humble parents in the Balkans. No royal blood, no noble lineage. Only discipline, only steel, only war. He had risen through the ranks the hard way, earning respect not through politics, but through survival. And when the Emperor Claudius II died suddenly, the army looked around and chose the one man hardened enough to save what remained. Aurelian did not inherit an empire. He inherited a disaster. The first enemies came from the north. The Goths had crossed the Danube. Villages burned. Roman citizens were slaughtered. Panic spread faster than the invaders. Aurelian did not wait behind marble walls. He rode out to meet them. He reformed the legions. He tightened discipline. He executed corrupt officers. He rewarded loyalty. And then, he attacked. The Gothic forces were fierce, but disorganized. Aurelian struck fast, relentless, no hesitation, no retreat. The Goths were crushed. The Danube frontier held. Rome exhaled. But the empire was still broken. To the east, one woman ruled a rising power. Zenobia. Queen Zenobia of Palmyra. Brilliant, ambitious. She controlled Syria, Egypt, and much of the eastern trade routes. Her empire was rich. Her armies were strong. And she had declared independence from Rome. Aurelian marched east. This would not be a border skirmish. This would decide the fate of the empire. The two forces met near Antioch. Zenobia's cavalry was superior, fast, armored, deadly. Aurelian did something unexpected. He pretended to retreat. His cavalry lured palmyrene horsemen into a long pursuit beneath the blazing Syrian sun. Miles passed. The palmyrene horses exhausted themselves. Then Aurelian turned. His fresh cavalry countercharged. The trap snapped shut. Zenobia's army shattered. But the war was not over. The final stand came at Battle of Emesa. Once again, Aurelian used discipline against pride. The Roman infantry held firm while his cavalry struck the flanks. The palmyrene lines collapsed. Zenobia fled toward Persia. She was captured before reaching safety. The Eastern Empire was no more. Rome was whole again. But Aurelian was not finished. To the west, the Gallic Empire still claimed independence. Many emperors would have paused, celebrated, consolidated power. Aurelian marched again. When he confronted the Gallic ruler Tetricus, something unexpected happened. Before battle even began, Tetricus secretly asked Aurelian for mercy. He knew resistance was pointless. The Western forces surrendered. Without a massacre, without civil slaughter, the empire was reunited. In just 5 years, 3 breakaway states, countless invasions, all defeated. Aurelian had done what no emperor before him could do during the crisis of the 3rd century. He restored Rome. He earned a new title, Restitutor Orbis, Restorer of the World. But Aurelian understood something deeper. Victory in battle was not enough. Rome itself was vulnerable. The capital had not been fortified for centuries. It relied on pride. Pride was no defense. So Aurelian built walls, massive, thick, defensive. The Aurelian walls, nearly 12 miles long. They still stand today. Stone proof that this emperor prepared Rome not just for glory, but for survival. He reformed the currency. He strengthened the army. He centralized authority. He even elevated the worship of Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, trying to unify the empire spiritually as he had militarily. But power breeds enemies, and Rome had a habit of killing its strongest leaders. In 275 AD, while preparing for another campaign, a forged document circulated among officers. It falsely claimed Aurelian planned to execute several of them. Fear spread. Panic followed. And in a moment of paranoia, they assassinated him. Not in battle, not defeated by Goths or rebels, but murdered by his own men. He ruled for only 5 years. 5 years. And yet, he defeated every external enemy, reunited a shattered empire, built walls that outlived emperors, restored confidence to a dying civilization. History remembers Julius Caesar. History glorifies Augustus. There might not have been an empire left to remember. He did not lose a single battle, but Rome lost him. And sometimes, that is the greater tragedy. If Rome had 10 more years of Aurelian, would the empire have avoided decline? Would the West have fallen centuries later? We will never know.